Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, better known as the Seaman, and I want to welcome you to another edition of the Seaman's Cinema Sit Down. I got time, I think, for one more trailer before I gotta dip out of here and actually go see some movies, so we can talk about things that I've seen. But before dipping out of here, I did want to watch one more trailer because I got a little bit of time, and the last trailer kind of put me in the mood for this trailer. I was gonna go back to another Super Bowl trailer and hit Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. But after watching the Monkey Man trailer, which if you want to see my reactions for that, you can see them right up there. But after hitting that one, I was like, you know what? I think this other trailer that kind of I missed in my time without a computer fits the vibe of what we're coming off of and what we've kind of been building this morning. We started with a suspense thriller, which, you know, isn't necessarily a hand-to-hand combat movie, but, you know, action. But the hand-to-hand in one spot, we got some more fighting coming here, and the person in the lead in this one is also somebody that excites me a lot, the same way Dev Patel does. That's Jake Gyllenhaal, and I'm hearing really good things coming out about this movie as far as like what is actually being presented. The world around this movie seems to be in a bit of turmoil right now, and I think that could be interesting and fascinating to see how that plays out. But nevertheless, let's not waste any time. Why don't you pull up a chair, take a seat? We are getting ready to take a look at the official trailer for Roadhouse. And again, this is another scenario where it's like I didn't think I would want or need a property like Roadhouse to come back. The original with Swayze is an excellent movie. But from the little bit I've seen and read when I heard this one get announced, this seems like it's gonna be its own thing. And that's one of those where it's like, you know what? If you want to use IP titles, maybe this actually ties in to that world and it's a sequel, maybe it's a reboot, whatever you want to do. I think when you've had this amount of time between something like this, it's not like you're trying to create a franchise as much as like bringing back this type of a movie in a way where like people who saw the original be like, ooh, Roadhouse, all right. It's gonna do one of two things. It's gonna turn you off, or you're gonna be more like me and be like, okay, what are we doing here? Especially when you see the people that are involved. But I think leaning into things and making it more of your own thing than trying to necessarily re-energize all of these franchises, because we need so many of those in this world. Don't get me wrong. If the movies are good, I'm always here for it. I mean, Top Gun was one of my all-time favorite movies. The new Top Gun, I think, might be better than the original Top Gun. And if you're going to do stuff like that, I'm here for it. So if you can give me something that's interesting, intriguing, something that's going to allow someone like Jake Gyllenhaal to put on a show, I'm always here for that. Now, I don't know much because I haven't read about all the turmoil and stuff going on right now. But I believe the director is suing or doing something because, you know, his general opinion is that Amazon doesn't care about film because this isn't being released in theaters. And that, you know, as a fan, is disappointing because I think there are types of movies that should be streamed only. They don't need to go to movie theaters. But something like this that's going to have action and someone like Gyllenhaal and this big vibe to it, this feels like a movie without even seeing anything for it. Outside of the clip where it looked like Jake Gyllenhaal was having a fight in the UFC, and it was at a real UFC event, but filming stuff for the movie. When I saw that, I was like, ooh, I'm here for it. Because I dug Southpaw, man, and I like watching Gyllenhaal go to these types of spaces. But like, it feels like something that you'd want to see on the big screen. It's disappointing to know that it's not. But I also heard that there was like hey, if you do this movie for $65 million, we'll go to the movie theaters. But if you do it for $85 million, we're going to go direct to streaming. They chose to take the money, I believe. So I don't know, man. That stuff's just fascinating to have going on the outside of something that internally, like the studio and everybody is very excited about and thinks is like a really good flick. We won't know that till we get to see the movie on Amazon Prime. But we do get to take a look at a trailer that hopefully will also let us know if this one is looking good or not. So I don't want to waste any more time. Let's get the trailer up for you. We got one more before we get out of here and do some movie watching today. So let's not waste any more time, and let's take a look at what we're getting with our official trailer from Prime Video for Roadhouse.
Before we start, do you have insurance? What? Your coverage good? Like, you have dental? Oh. Hospital nearby. Is it like too far?
About like 25 minutes, I'd say.
You alright? What?
Dude. Yes, dude.
So you like to fight? You ever win?
No one ever wins a fight.
Oh, I like that. This is where it's like you do something like this, Gyllenhaal's energy becomes part of the movie, and I love that element.
I'm moving.
A friend of mine suggested I come talk to you. I own a Roadhouse out in the Florida Keys.
Okay.
Lately, it's been attracting the wrong clientele. I can pay you good money. Judging by your car, you need that.
Well, I like my car.
Doug Liman, Born Identity. You know you can handle the action well.
Big fan, man.
That guy's got a knife under his shirt. You just take a big step back and pop me in the face. You can do it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's all nice, like he's Mr. Rogers or something, but then he'll haul off. Really interesting guy.
I like this mix of comedy in with this section.
He wants to build something.
And drama, obviously.
I should warn you. People have a certain way of getting things done around here.
Oh, that's what's her face? Daniela Melchior? Conor McGregor. That's an unfortunate. I'm not a big fan of his.
I got a tip for you. Don't let no one get this close.
I did it work though.
You know, threaten me. Tell me to get out.
I like that kid too.
I get the impression that you can't be threatened.
Oh snap!
Once Knox is on the job, it's over, baby.
He's gonna have a big role though. I don't love that.
But when I am, I just can't let go. People seem a little aggressive around here.
I'm here for this though.
Is that one in front of yours?
No, I just broke his arm.
March 21st. Oh man, that's a month away. I understand why the studio is excited about that because it looks great. I think Lyman's got some wonderful looking action men. Specifically, like when we got into like the finale stuff, like this whole bit right after I think all these explosions and things with him and McGregor in here, like the way the camera is moving and the like, even though you're not getting a ton. I think that looks great. This whole bit here, like this is where doing a movie like this with, you know, tight choreography and things that, you know, certainly grab my attention, you're able to give it a different vibe based on who's acting, right? Keanu Reeves gives you one thing. Jason Statham gives you something else. Dev Patel gives you something completely different. Somebody like Gyllenhaal is going to give the thing I think probably puts him more closer with Statham, even though I think the movie Beekeeper kind of played more in the realm of what, you know, Monkey Man is looking like and obviously what Wick is. But like the personality of Gyllenhaal and the way that he can, you know, add flavor to, oh, I just slapped you, like it almost makes him less imposing, right? Like you're not necessarily going to be scared of this guy, and then when he does that, you're like, oh snap, this guy's somebody that you don't really want to mess with. But like I said, like the choreography I think looks really good. In the bits we're getting, when you do, I love the shift in style here. Like with this whole, it feels like you're watching a UFC pay-per-view, not like what we've been seeing in all of the other things. And then outside of just the combat stuff, like this almost feels like you're getting into like a little James Bond type territory where there's this like big evil mastermind trying to do something. We're gonna get on boats. There's gonna be explosions. Like I can't say in a movie where you're seeing dope stuff like this, I was expecting explosions and things. But it seems like an interesting mix. It seems like a movie that you're gonna be able to have a lot of fun with. And then, like I said, when you have someone like Lyman behind the camera who understands how to shoot these things, the type of action people are looking for. Somebody like Gyllenhaal who can give you something like this, like, oh, he's got a knife under his shirt, just step back, punch him in the face. The cast looks great. The humor that you're, like, not just Gyllenhaal's, you know, personality that you can bring in, but the humor that you're doing with the guy that breaks his arm. Like the cast seems very likable. Outside of, like I said, McGregor. I think McGregor is someone who you either like desperately love or you really don't really ride with. I happen to be the former. But I think that makes him a unique, intriguing villain. So if he pops on screen and doesn't come off super corny and cheesy like a fighter trying to do acting, and he can create some kind of play on that hatred I think that some people have for him, or dislike that people have for him. It could make him a really intriguing, really good villain, someone that you enjoy watching Gyllenhaal beat down on. So yeah, I think everything that's going on here really looks good. It's just how is this gonna play out outside of this movie, and does all of that, hoopla and potentially negative type press help, hurt? I don't know. I'm here for this whole lead up. We're a month out. I'm pumped. I think that looks great. I just wish we were getting it in a theater. It's one of these, like, if you're working with big talent, or you're working on a property that has an audience, it's beneficial to go to the theater for like at least a week, make a little bank. Especially if like the movie is being touted as like something that's really good, something the studio wants to push, something the studio wants to market. Like, if you're gonna get marketing and stuff out there that gets people to the theater, and Gyllenhaal is somebody that's super likable, you get a movie that looks like this. Why not try to make a little bank in the theaters if you could? So like, that's the disappointing part here, and I kind of vibe with that. But if the deal was what the deal was, you also kind of understand Amazon's point of view. I wish we were getting it on a big screen, but I will take it on my personal big screen, and look forward to that one. I'm going to shut up. I got to get out of here, grab some food, hit the movies, flip it over to you guys. What are you thinking? Where do you land on Roadhouse? Did you enjoy the original, or not? Where are you on the original? Did you enjoy it or not? What do you think about bringing it back? Similar to like the Twisters scenario, where it's like, we're gonna take a name that people know, we're gonna put it on like a piece of, put it on a piece of real estate that like people are familiar with, that does maybe its own thing. What do you think about the action? What do you think about Gyllenhaal, the castings, McGregor? What's going on outside? Good, bad, indifferent. Everything you got on the official trailer for Roadhouse. Put it down below in the comment section. I look forward to talking to you down there. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new, you want to come hang out with the C-Man anytime. We're talking movies, TV, trailer, reactions. You want to be here in April, March 21st. You want to be here in March, see what the C-Man thinks on Roadhouse, being that it's only going streaming, at least right now still. Maybe we'll do a reaction to it. You want to see if that happens, what's going on, what's happening, what's popping, what's not. You just want to show a little love and support. Come join C-Maniac Nation. You can do all those things simply by jumping over there, hitting that subscribe button, hit that little bell if you want those alerts. And until next time, for the C-Man's Cinema Sit Down. I'm over here. Now I'm over here. I just love that whole move. Like, whoop-ha! For the C-Man's Cinema Sit Down. I've been the C-Man. I'm signing off. I threw my whole off, man. I'm out of here. Peace. Hey, what's up, C-Maniac Nation? Winter Ken here, where we grow out our roots and our beard, letting you know that you can see some new C-Man videos right up here and right down here. And if you want all those videos and show that man a little love and support, come join C-Maniac Nation right over there, and the C-Man will catch you on the next one.